Jedah Dohma, S-Class Savior of Makai, Thor, son of Odin and champion of Asgard.
Who is deadliest? To find out, our world-class fighters are testing history's most lethal weapons. Using 21st century science, we'll see what happens when the two warriors go toe-to-toe. No rules, no safety, no mercy. It's a duel to the death to decide who is the deadliest warrior.
In the Fictional Fight Club, our team of experts has gathered to test the weapons and tactics of Jedah and Thor to see which of these two cosmic heavyweights would emerge victorious in an all-out battle to the death. Jedah is an S-Class noble of the demon world of Makai. Wishing to save the demon world from decay and death, Jedah seeks to gather all souls into a single perfect being, the Majijin. He is ruthless and calculating in the pursuit of this task, and will even return from non-existence to complete it. Thor is the son of Odin and Asgard's god of thunder. Also known as Donald Black as a mortal, Thor has been on many adventures and loves a good fight. So, god and demon, which of the two would emerge victorious in an all-out battle to the death? Medical consultant and military correspondent, Jason Basilone.
Jedah and
It's called Jedah.
Shut the fuck up, okay? I'll call him whatever the fuck I want. So, Jedah and Thor. It's a tough one, I gotta say. But I'm gonna give it to Thor. Just because mostly he has got the speed and he's got the physical attributes. I mean, look at it this way. It's Chris Helmsworth.
Head researcher and simulations programmer, Clovis DesChelles.
Now I have to go with Thor in this one. Thor is a very powerful character, and when Ancient Aliens says so, you gotta believe it. Thor is my answer.
Chief scientist and weapons expert, Bruce Octavius.
This is a tough one, and it's another battle of the heavyweights on Deadliest Fictional Warrior. Is it going to be Jedah or Thor? While Thor's got the physical attributes, the speed and the raw destructive power, Jedah's got the mindset. He's sneaky. He knows how to fuck with you. He knows he has these cheap, broken powers that he can pull out of his ass to win. It's a tough call. But overall, oh, what the hell. Jedah's one of my favorite characters in fiction. I'm going to go with you, Jedah, just because I like you better at the outset of this video.
The tests between these two cosmic heavyweights begin at long range. Jedah's up first with his Dimension Buster, just like shattering glass.
Okay, so this is Jedah's Dimension Buster.
Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of blast.
Yes. So Jedah wants to show us his prowess, and we need to go to the glass wall.
To our trusty glass wall. We can survive. Probably made of Roman concrete. Survive blasts.
Survive the Giga Slam. Okay, Master Dohma, Jedah, Master Dohma. There is your dimension, and I want to see you bust it. Fire away whenever you're ready.
Did you see that? That was amazing.
All he did was raise his hand, like, hey, you know, what's up? And the entire dimension is gone, shattered. I mean, this thing is more powerful than the Death Star. Yes. So, I mean, just by raising his hand...
That is something quite indeed. It's the power of the sun in the palm of your hand.
More or less, yes. Very well done, Jedah, and Thor, you're up next.
The hammer throw, a shattering weapon to blot out the sun.
Now, Thor is very powerful, and his classic, or more should I say iconic weapon, is his hammer, which has a special name, which I can't pronounce.
Mjolnir, just like the armor in Halo, remember that shit.
Mjolnir! Sorry for you, Norse, who will be laughing at my accent. Anyway, I've heard a lot about this weapon. It can shatter mountains just by throwing it at it.
He says he can do much more than that.
Well, I'll have to see it to believe it.
Make us believe it, Thor. There's your target. Throw that hammer of yours whenever you're ready.
Did you see that?
I more than saw it, but go
It
ahead.
threw the targets into oblivion. Now, if my math is correct, this is the 4th most powerful attack we have on this show.
Indeed it is. Our iPad in there is sending me a message on my phone, if I can get it out of my pocket, and it says that in terms of energy equivalent, it is around 276 units of faux energy. So this is an extremely powerful weapon.
This is planet busting attack.
Oh, it's more than planet busting. This is well above solar system busting, this weapon.
Now, you don't understand why we can never make Thor angry. We have to be on his positive side, or else we'll have to find another world to live in. Well, then I guess
And another sun to call our planet home.
I guess I could go to Myanmar and eat all day and bash people in the head.
Let's head back inside and interpret all this data.
We first brought you Bill Nye the Science Guy, but now it's that time of year again. Oh crap, but we gotta show it to you anyway. It's Bruce Octavius' Science Corner.
Hello, boys, girls, men, women, people of all ages. Now, in that last test with Thor's hammer throw, you might have heard me use the term faux energy. It is around 276 units of faux energy. Well, what does that mean? Basically, a faux unit is a unit of energy used by astronomers to measure events in the universe, and one faux is equivalent to one type 1A supernova. And what does that mean? It's basically 10 to the 44th joules of energy. To put that into perspective, that is well more than enough energy to destroy our sun, way above that. So, one supernova is one faux, and Thor's hammer throw is 276.25 or so times more powerful than one supernova. So, equivalent to 276 supernovas. There's your faux energy in a nutshell.
Jedah's Dimension Buster or Thor's hammer throw? Which of these two long-range weapons gets the edge?
For this one, the edge is going to go to Thor's hammer, while Jedah's Dimension Buster is impressive. It doesn't have quite the same amount of destruction power that Thor's hammer has. So the edge goes to Thor.
Thor gets the edge with long-range weapons for his hammer throw. After the commercial break, Jedah and Thor return to test their mid-range weapons.
Hi, I'm Philip Banks, and I'm running for Superior Court Judge.
What the hell is that?
That was our New Year's Eve party.
Oh, Uncle Bill, I just put in a couple of home movies, to show your human side. It gets better, check it out.
And if you put me on the bench, I'll take a real bite out of crime. Bite. Vote for Philip Banks. Philip Banks. Philip Banks. Philip Banks.
We're back in the Fictional Fight Club, and our team of experts has gathered to put Jedah and Thor to the test to see which of the two would emerge victorious in a head-on battle to the death. Next come the tests at mid-range. Jedah uses his soul fuck techniques, where death seems preferable.
Okay, Jason, so we're about to see some of Jedah's soul fuck attacks.
Soul fuck?
Remember that time when we had Galaxia on the show and she pointed at her targets and she was able to reap their souls, and it was basically how she beat Majin Buu? That was almost 3 years ago now.
No, I was pretty fucked up at the time.
But, so we're about to see some soul fuckery, some messing with souls, and fortunately it's an indoor test, so Jedah lead the way to the target area. Okay, so Jedah first wants to show us his mass soul fuck attack. So Jedah, there are your targets. I can't believe we've managed to get that many in the studio, but that's how much he requested. So Jedah, do whatever it is you're going to do on 3, 2, 1.
What are you laughing at?
What are you not laughing at?
I don't know, I think you're high.
Are you too shocked for words? Because those are several 100 trillion souls that he just reaped and merged and fucked around with to hell. I don't even know what to describe it as, but he just fucked around with hundreds of trillions of souls just by raising his hand again.
Are you fucked up on that too?
I was in the safe zone. Jedah wasn't supposed to target me, but it was pretty impressive shit, don't you think?
I've seen more impressive stuff
Like
than
what?
this. Let's see. Maybe a Navy SEAL fucking up shit up?
Always loyal to your Navy SEAL.
Yes, I am. Well, you're loyal to your animation.
We saw, well, Jedah's in a video game.
Ah.
But we saw Lone Survivor today before Jedah and Thor came into the studio.
Yeah, so, I saw them fuck up shit, but not to your animated
Not
stuff.
to this kind of an extent. So, but Jedah also has another technique that he wants to show us. So, Jedah, what's your next attack?
Aside from his mass soul fuckery technique, Jedah has an individual attack that will truly work wonders.
Okay, so this is the next variation of Jedah's soul fuckery, and it's basically a one-hit kill, or so he says, and he's going to turn our target's soul into a dimension.
What is this? Fuckery Part 2?
Fuckery Part 2. Jedah, on 3, 2, 1, go. Now, this is what he did to Ozzy when Darkstalkers 3 began. He came out of his slumber and he took Ozzy's soul and turned it into a whole other world. It's a one-hit kill. This will fuck your shit up immediately. There's almost no defense against this kind of an attack.
I'm not impressed, because after all, we have the same thing happen to us. Except in New York, we call it Jersey.
Another dimension. Well, I don't think that other dimension was created precisely in the same way, so this is pretty impressive.
Unless you're Chris Christie. Bang!
Okay, very nicely done, Jedah, and what do you have to say about this Thor?
Thor's next up, using his trademark Mjolnir lightning.